August 27th, 1 p.m., sitting right next to them. They got kicked out of the restaurant and were fighting with the hostess. They were fighting with the hostess. She was hysterically crying.
Welcome to Reporter Room, where we seek truth and justice. My name is Jessica Della Davies. I'm an investigative journalist, and today we're going to talk about gaslighting, narcissism, and Brian Laundrie. In my opinion, these appear to have played a critical role in what happened to Gabby Petito. So let's get into it. This case is moving fast, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. We can learn a lot about Brian's behavior from reports from Gabby's friend Rose Davies, who describe him as controlling, witnesses who saw Brian slapping Gabby, leading to someone named Chris calling 911 to report the assault, the Moab police body cam video, and the bizarre incident at the Mary Piglet Mexican restaurant. Does Brian show signs of gaslighting and narcissism? Let's start with the August 12th police stop. When they pulled the van over due to erratic driving, Gabby's sobbing as she talks with the officer. In contrast, Brian's affect is calm and seemingly unemotional. His demeanor didn't match his erratic driving. He was driving so erratically he hit a curb. Anger and aggression. If presented with negative feedback, narcissists often respond with anger and even aggression. Stress builds, and the narcissist sometimes ends up exploding, taking their anger out on others, even behaving violently toward them. Let's consider the August 27th incident at the Mary Piglet Mexican Grill. Brian was reportedly seen arguing and harassing staff at the restaurant. He left and returned multiple times, according to witnesses. Imagine being so easily triggered that you leave and return multiple times to argue. Narcissists have an unreasonable expectation that they should always receive favorable treatment. Narcissists are emotionally fragile and hypersensitive. Because the lack of self-worth, narcissists are hypersensitive. If someone criticizes them, the narcissist will often respond with an extreme emotional reaction. Is this what was driving Brian's behavior at the Mary Piglet Mexican restaurant? Brian's reaction was extreme in proportion to what was occurring, right? In fact, witnesses Nina Angelo and her boyfriend, Matt England, stated that they saw a commotion at the Mary Piglets between Brian and Gabby as the couple was leaving the restaurant. Nina described Gabby as crying and Brian as visibly angry. That's similar to what we saw on the Moab police body cam. Nina stated that Brian kept walking in and out of the restaurant and, quote, continuing to show anger toward the staff around the hostess stand. While Nina said she did not observe any physical violence, the incident was enough to cause the couple's waitress to appear visibly shaken. A restaurant manager did confirm that an incident occurred at the Mary Piglets. It's worth noting that around 4 hours after the Mary Piglet incident, Red, White, and Bethune YouTubers captured video of Gabby's van, and this led to the authorities finding Gabby's remains. So this incident was the last known sighting of Gabby. Jealousy and envy. Insecurity experienced by narcissists will lead to jealousy and envy of others. The narcissist will often focus on what other people have that they do not have. In my opinion, we saw a little bit of this jealousy in the Moab police body cam stop when Brian referred to Gabby's blog as a, quote, little blog. Gabby was already getting more followers and more interaction with her content on Instagram than Brian was. Was Brian jealous? Brian was gaslighting Gabby when he took her keys to the van and started driving off with her on August the 12th, in my opinion. Instead of being proud of their partner, a narcissist will compare themselves and even feel envy. Aimlessness and lack of focus. Because narcissists are driven by jealousy and trying to chase after other people's achievements, the narcissists often lack focus. Brian didn't have a job that we know of. He appears to have been living like a teenager in his parents' house. In my opinion, as Gabby became more popular on social media, got more followers on Instagram, Brian may have become envious of her success. Gabby was vivacious, beautiful, smart, and photogenic. Self-absorbed and self-centered. A narcissist is generally self-absorbed and self-centered. They only want what's considered good for themselves, and they don't care how they get what they want. They believe that they're unique and special and can only associate with people that they perceive to be at their level. This self-centeredness leads to emotional manipulation with guilt, threats of violence, and other forms of coercion. They will use others for their own personal gain, behaving arrogantly and selfishly. There's also a lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand another person's perspective and feelings. A narcissist is not interested in walking a mile in someone else's shoes, so they will never experience empathy. They don't care about other people, only what other people can do for them. Does that make sense? Secret feelings of grandiosity. As mentioned, on the outside, a narcissist will seem quite meek and self-deprecating. And we see this behavior when Brian is being interviewed by the Moab police officers, right? On the inside, narcissists feel an intense sense that they are superior to other people. Look at Brian's Instagram account. His bio says, quote, "Bug bites are better than being brainwashed by the media." You can almost feel his contempt for other people who he perceives are brainwashed by the media. In my opinion, Brian sees himself as superior to the rest of us. Instead of engaging with people, the narcissist will often choose to be alone because no one can live up to their impossibly high expectations. It's too bad that there was a miscommunication between police and dispatch, because the 911 caller clearly stated that Brian was slapping Gabby and not the other way around. Authorities are still searching the Carlton Reserve for Brian. If you liked this video and found it to be helpful, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Thank you, and I will see you next time.